Okay, so we're gonna do this out of order because I know you're doing the second one and I've got the first one, and this is technically a sequel to both. Um, it's a homage sequel
It is
to
technically a requel.
uh, Wikipedia calls it an homage sequel.
It's
Um,
technically a sequel. By the strictest version of what today, it would be considered a requel because it is technically a sequel to Superman 2.
You've been gone a long time. Where did you go?
You have great power. Even though you've been raised as a human being, you are not one of them.
It's not easy for me to live my life being who I am, keeping secrets.
to Superman 2 and 1.
Yeah, it ignores Superman 3 and 4, but it's technically a sequel to Superman 2. But it's not for reasons we'll get into.
Yeah, well, that's where I was like, I have questions because I haven't seen the second one, and this week was actually my first time watching that first Christopher Reeves one as well.
Yes.
But so in this one, Superman's been gone for 5 years. Which, as an aside, if this is supposed to be the Christopher Reeves version, you're with me, right? He wouldn't just leave the planet for 5 years. There's no world where I see that happening.
Not if it takes place after Superman 2. Well, it depends on which version of Superman 2 it takes place after. We'll get into what that means later. But no, it doesn't make sense for him to have left for 5 years.
And then there's the fact that, and maybe this is just a consequence of acting and how ages look weird sometimes, but Lois's kid doesn't look 5 or under.
No, he looks
Lois's
like he's
kid
8.
looks, yeah. And it doesn't say that he's surprised that she has a kid, which implies that she has had it in the time since he has been gone.
Well, no, but the movie, it's Superman's son.
Is it?
Yeah, the kid
Did I miss that?
Yeah, the kid throws the piano at one point, I think. But yeah, the idea is he's supposed to be Superman's son. That's the joke. Is James Marsden left X-Men to get cucked by Superman? That's like an age-old joke.
I think I missed the part where
To be fair, it's implied. I think I don't think they outright say it. But yeah, I
found it funny that Richard Nixon was Perry White in this one. That one I thought was funny.
Richard Nixon, the president,
the guy who plays him.
Oh, is he? Franklin Gillis,
yeah.
Perry White in that movie? Oh, fair enough. Yeah, I mean, it is remarkable. The number one thing about that movie, apart from the fact that it is really fucking bland,
he's played by Frank Langella.
It's honestly, like, having now watched 2 of those Christopher Reeves, it is kind of a halfway decent facsimile of the Christopher Reeve Superman movies, in the sense that, like, he doesn't really do much in those movies. Superman, I mean. Doesn't really do much. Like
he definitely.
And that's to their strength, I would argue, but that's my.
I can see what they were going for sure. I also, and I know we're not allowed to like things that he's in anymore because he's awful, but I like Kevin Spacey as Lex Luthor.
Kevin Spacey as Lex Luthor is fun. I mean, to be fair, he's doing a facsimile, an approximation of the Gene Hackman Lex Luthor. And hey, it works. Absolutely works. I love that
it works for me.
If it's supposed to be the Gene Hackman Lex Luthor, I do think the fact that he once again is doing a real estate scam, even though it's a real estate scam that doesn't make any sense, makes even less sense than the real estate scam in the first movie.
I also I found it funny, and this was a case of it became retroactively more funny once I saw the first one. But the fact that when he says to his girl sidekick in this one, he's like, you know what my dad always used to say to me, and she's like, get out. And then he's like, no, other than that, and she's like, why is my son going bald so fast, or something to that effect, and then that's a reference back into the first one where he's like, you know what my dad used to always say to me, and she's like, get out. Like, that's a direct reference to that line from the first one.
I'm pretty sure. Did he call her Miss
I don't remember.
Oh, because I'm pretty sure that's the same character. Anyway,
I'm Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is supposed to be the same character.
for sure.
Hold on, let's see if I can find out.
Brandon Routh really does look like Christopher Reeves. It's really quite remarkable. Like that was the thing I noticed when I was watching Superman 2. I was like, wow, he really does look like Brandon Routh. It really is quite remarkable. It's a shame he didn't get to be in a better Superman movie.
Doesn't specifically, I can't, without actually going and looking up on a better article, I can't specifically see what her character name is. But yeah, so it's funny because for years I remember it is for you. You have a keyboard. I have a touchscreen, much harder to type. I for whatever reason, I have like a distinct. My memory of this movie is people not liking it. Not me not liking it, but just there being a general, like, it not being well-received perception.
That's because it's boring.
But it's not any more boring than the Christopher Reeves one.
No, I know. That's what's funny about it.
Kind of fits perfectly into that. Like, it is quite much like that one. At least the first one, anyway.
It's not. It's not Eve Tessmacher. It is Kitty Kowalski is the name of the character.
Okay, well there you go. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I exist in a world where Batman versus Superman and Man of Steel exists.
I know.
But at least this version of him feels like Superman.
I felt much the same way about the Christopher Reeve Superman, where I was like, yeah, this is Superman.
It's a little slow for me at times, and it's a little bit boring for me at times. Same with the Christopher Reeves one, but at least he's Superman.
You gotta keep in mind, this came out in 2006, right?
Yeah.
And so, this is after the X-Men movies. This is after Spider-Man. So I think only the 2006. So I think only for maybe the second Spider-Man, but definitely the first Spider-Man. So it's generally understood that superheroes do a big punch. Oh, Batman Begins. It's generally understood. No, actually, this might be pre-Batman Begins. But regardless, it's generally understood that superheroes do a punch. And the fact that he didn't punch anything in this was why people were like, all he does is lift a plane and a continent, and that's it. It's not really all that impressive.
Yeah.
The big selling point of this was that he looks like Christopher Reeves, which he does. Look like Christopher Reeves. It's really impressive.
He absolutely does, and it's quite impressive.
It is really
apparently there was a canceled sequel.
There was, yeah, because the movie did bad. It did very badly. I like it. I like it. I like this one. Well, that's just me.
Apparently, Michael Dougherty wanted the sequel to be, quote, action-packed and, quote, featuring other Kryptonians.
Yep.
With Brainiac and Bizarro.
They always set up to Brainiac, but they never end up doing it.
The new Krypton landmass floating in space at the end of Superman Returns would have served as a plot device. Apparently.
All right.
Interesting. So it had a budget of 223 million gross, 204 million net. And box office, do you want to take a stab? One guess.
100 million.
No. 391.1 million.
That's not.
So it actually didn't do too bad, all things considering.
It didn't do great. Okay.
I mean, that's not bad considering the budget.
No, but the budget, you gotta double the budget because you have to put in marketing.
Sure, but I'm just saying, like, it's not bad.
Any Hollywood budget you see, you double it, and then that's usually how much it has to cost. So no.
Anyways,
to my knowledge, it was definitely a big old bomb. Hey there, everybody! It's Endcard Justin here again. Let me know down in the comments: do you agree or disagree? Is Superman Returns underrated? Potentially, maybe? Let me know what you think down in the comments down below. But if you would like to see our supersized Superman special, you click the box on the left, it's going to take you right there. Or if you just want to see a random video that YouTube thinks you're going to enjoy, click the box on the right. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. We put new videos out 7 days a week, including the podcast on Sundays. Leave us a like if you could, and we'll see you all in the next video, everybody. Have a good day.